she knows just how to magnetism's perfect.
Feel the sun.
She says she knows just how to magnetism's perfect. She says she knows just how to magnetism's perfect. She says she knows just how to magnetism's perfect.
Let yourself go.
She says she knows just how to magnetism's perfect.
Let yourself go. Let yourself.
You know, making changes ain't easy, but somebody got to do it. The situation might not be the best, but you're breathing, you're living. That means you got another chance to get it right.
Let yourself go.
She says she knows just how to magnetism's perfect.
Let yourself go.
Oh, great, BFF. That's what's up. School is in, and yes, we're going to be talking about cutting out your toxic friends is an important part of self-care. And then first, we're going to talk about why you should cut all of the toxic people out of your life in 2018 by Hattie Gladwell, Wednesday, 27th. December 27th. They wrote this backwards, 2017. Why do people do that? Why they write it backwards? I'm so used to reading it the other way. Alrighty. Anyway, 2017 is over, which means it's time for everyone's New Year, New Me Facebook statuses. Oh yeah, we've seen a lot of those. Hopefully by May they'll do the same thing they said they was gonna do. While some believe that a new year to be a whole new chapter of life, others stick to the same old habits that they do every year. And that's totally fine. But if there's one thing you can do to ensure the next year is better than the previous, it's cutting out all the toxic people from your life. Most of us have been unfortunate enough to meet a few toxic people during adulthood. You imagine nastiness and jealousy to only happen in school, but it turns out mean girls are still a thing even in your 20s. A toxic friend is someone who never thinks about you and is always out for their own gain. A toxic friend is someone who's never happy for your accomplishments and always tries to bring you down simply because they're jealous. A toxic friend is someone who lies and uses you, be that for money or for other reasons. If you find your friend is only hanging out with you when your purse comes out, ditch them. Basically, a toxic friend is someone who's selfish and has no real regard for your feelings. They will treat you badly and won't be apologetic for it. And you will always feel as though your friendship is incredibly one-sided. This is because it is. And so in 2018, rid yourself of these people and start the new year by dropping that manipulative weight from your shoulders. A new year is a perfect opportunity to try changing things yourself. Not only is this a great way to work on healthy relationships, ridding yourself of all the ones that leave you feeling drained, but it's also a brilliant form of self-care. By saying goodbye to all of those rubbish friends, you are for once putting yourself first and focusing on what you want and what's going to improve your sense of well-being. You'll be dedicating more time to your own needs, giving yourself the freedom to realize exactly who and what you want from life. And that's definitely where I'm at. Ditching the friends who treat you badly will force you to focus solely on the ones who really are there for you. Your friendships will grow stronger and your sense of trust will do so too. It's crazy how much a friendship can grow when you really decide to put your all into it and make every moment count. And by getting rid of all the people who only bring negativity to your life, you'll have way more free time to do so. If you don't ditch your toxic friend for the sake of other friendships, your wallet, or your dignity, do it for your mental health. As you start cutting these people out of your life, you'll feel relieved, not just physically, but mentally too. Singling out the people who don't bring positivity to your life is an important part of looking after your mental health. Keeping those who do make you feel worthy in life will make you feel happier, more free, and most importantly, you will give you a sense of control over your life. There's nothing quite as satisfying as that. No new friends club. I don't want no new friends. If I got to deal with all that, I got to check my mental health. I'm playing with my fingers and thumbs. I'm pulling my hair out. You is not worth the trouble, boo. I am so sorry. No new friends. Hashtag for real. Your time is up. Oprah Winfrey. She said it the best. Your time is up. Yeah, I had to block a couple people on Facebook. All this selfishness, making it about them, putting all the stuff in the face because they got turned down. Oh, you sorely. You'll be okay. Yeah. So, yeah. That's what I had to do. And I know I'm not done. And you know why I'm not done? It seems like when you get rid of them, they come back. Why? Just like I tell you last night on my last show, if y'all didn't hear it, check it out. Open discussion, which I'm gonna start doing on Wednesdays, and just let everybody start talking. Oh man, you get some stuff done. You know, instead of going to your messenger interrupting your life, I thought I'd just do a Wednesday, open discussion where the chat room is open from, basically from the time I start. And then the show goes off at 10, but you open the chat till 12 p.m. Now, I do know that y'all can still chat after the show is over. You don't have to stop because the show stopped. So if you have more to say, keep going. It's only going to bring more, more information, more tips to fill out. Then I'll take a look at it, and that could be the topic for the next show. So there's always ways to get your point across without being a little Rudy Tooty negativity and all of that. Positivity has gotten me very far in this life. For real, for real. So I am going to read Cutting Out Your Toxic Friends is an important part of self-care. And then when we do our not EDU, but our quote for the day. So yeah, I got 2 articles to read tonight because I had some toxic things go on, First of all, not respecting the podcast, all this noise in the background. I've explained that over and over again. The whole world does not want to hear your conversation, and you right by my door and you still acting like that this is not important. Just because it's not important to you does not mean it's not important. And that's where that selfish, narcissistic gaslighting stuff come in. And boy, somebody went off on me when I told them they was gaslighting me. They was really mad. You'll be all right. And Tiffany says positive, right? Yeah, stay positive. Because the more positive you become, the more positive things start to happen. The more you do not ignore the negative, the more it's going to bother you. And it's just going to spoil your day. You know, yesterday I was so ticked off. I was not even finna do the show. But I'm like, no, wait a minute. I didn't get this far just to get this far. I'm going to let somebody that's acting stupid make me stupid. That don't make no sense. Not the boss lady, you know what I'm saying? Who is that in the back? My loud family. Who else, girl? They don't even care that I'm in here trying to do something. And the whole world, I didn't put them on the show. Why are they talking loud? Be quiet. Then I got to stop the show. Can y'all be quiet? I'm not doing that no more. I'm not doing none of that no more. I just know that you're disrespectful. You don't care about the grind. But please don't be that person when Didi do come up and do come in the range, because something good is going to happen. And it's going to happen by the end of this year. And I'm going to say you and May Awards. That's all I'm going to say. And my broadcast is going to be there. And I won't have to hear your big mouth. So don't even worry about it. Just don't have your hand stuck out like a cup. Please don't. Because you don't care. You can't talk in a low tone? No. I got to be loud. I got to be boisterous. Okay. Nobody knows you though. That's why you're too loud. So, cutting out your toxic friends is an important part of self-care. Same author, Hattie Gladwell. Saturday, September 16th. I got it this time. 2017, metro.co.uk/2017/9/16. Cutting out your toxic friends is an important part of self-care, with the dash in the middle ending in 693028. And it says, it took me a long time to realize that friends aren't always the people who are constantly around you. They're the people who will, no matter what, always be there to support you. Shout out to Tiffany Tucker. And offer love and understanding when you need it most. I recently cut ties with somebody I thought was a friend, but turned out to be nothing more but a detriment to my mental health. I met Steph 2 years ago through a mutual friend. I didn't have many other friends, and immediately I was drawn to her. She was loud, bubbly, and outgoing. The sort of girl you could text at 2 a.m. and she'd be up for an adventure. I liked that about her. It was always what I have liked to have been like myself. And by being friends with her, I was like that. I became fun and outgoing without a care in the world. We grew close almost immediately and would always go places together, usually deciding where to head off spontaneously and always coming home with a funny story at the end of the day. But as time went on, I came to realize that the friendship was very one-sided. And not just that, but it was based around my wallet. Every trip we embarked upon, I ended up paying for. I can't remember a time where anything was offered in return. I never asked because that's what friends do, right? I would always tell myself that she'll pay me back eventually. And it wasn't just paying for the odd coffee while we were out. She once borrowed a large amount of money from me, and I gave it to her. No questions asked. Of course, you could say it's my own fault for being naive, and admittedly, it was. But it came to the point where I was so close with Steph that I was scared to be without her. Who else was I going to meet for coffee at 1 a.m. simply because? I came to accept that I would continue